Oh, the Lego games. You know, as a child, I just spent so much time on these blocky games. You know, they were perfect for a child, right? They combined like Legos, this plastic toy that you could build anything from, with like my favorite movies ever. And I bought a ton of these sets too. But you know, playing it is one thing, but then playing it in a video game. Oh my god, I was so fucking happy as a kid. But anyway, these games, they really had a special place in my heart. You know, I spent countless hours trying to 100% them. And, you know, me as a kid, like, I ended up doing it, but it took a lot longer than it should, probably. But, you know, after spending countless hours as a kid and everything like that, you know, like around middle school, the Lego games ended up losing their magic. It's because I tend to focus on other video games. You know, the Lego games for as a middle schooler, I was like, man, the Lego games are like baby games. You know, they're E for everyone. I want to play games like Call of Duty. I want to play games like Counter Strike. You know, they got guns. They're cool. All the other kids in my school were playing them. So like, you know, I kind of just didn't touch Lego games for like 10 years, like tons of years. That wasn't until quarantine happened recently, and Steam decided, hey, you know, I'm gonna have all the Lego games go on sale, and that's when I saw these Lego Marvel games. It was like a collection for like $15 with all of them or something like that, and I was like, you know, it looks pretty cool. I love Marvel movies. I love Marvel in general. I love everything about Marvel, and I love comic books. I love Legos. I haven't bought a Lego set in a while, but you know, it's still Legos. It just has such a special thing in my heart. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna buy this sale. So after that, so I was like, this is gonna be my quarantine project, beating all of these games. That wasn't when I beat Marvel Avengers in like the shortest time ever, and I was like, crap, this is a lot of fun. And then I continued to just binge play through Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. And during this time, I was like, wow. I missed these Lego games, right? So then, as I was playing through them, you know, looking on YouTube, and I came across this channel, which I ended up watching actually. So I came across a channel called Snazzy S. Now, this channel was it's a channel that basically it has a video called the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, every character supercut, basically, and he ranks every single character in the Complete Saga. And then I actually ended up watching this when it first came out, like a while ago, right? And I remember watching it and like just watching it all in one night and sending like Snapchats to my friend and everything. Like, yeah, I'm watching all this, right? But I looked at his channel again. I was like, you know, I remember this. I'm gonna rewatch this, right? He has like even more videos too, like Indiana Jones and Batman. So when I played through Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, right? While I was 100%ing them, I decided to put his videos in the background. And his videos are hilarious, by the way. They're hilarious, they're entertaining, they're great. He basically ranks every single character in all of these bunch of different Lego games. I was like, man, this is amazing, right? So I showed my friends it, and then my friend was like, yo, so you're playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you should like totally make a video like that. And then me being the masochist, I'm like, you know what, why not? So here I am making Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 every character ranked video. Basically, I'm inspired by Snazzy S. You should check out his channel. It is amazing, by the way. Very, very good channel. But you should check him out. But I am going to be ranking all 292 characters in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know how long this is going to take. This is me recording the intro right now. I already made the list, but I don't know how long it's actually going to take. So this video could be, I don't know how long, right? So we're going to play it by ear. We're going to just get through this. I want to basically release this as a huge video instead of small different chunks, which I probably should do, but you know, I'm kind of like, nah, I'll just release a big video. So here I am making it all 300 characters. I'm ranking these characters based off of how useful they are in the game itself. Basically, it's going to be how many abilities they have. This game has a ton of abilities, right? This game has so many. So it is actually harder you know, the PS2 one era video Lego games, each character had like one ability. This game, like, most characters have like 5. There's like the top character has like 10, 20 abilities. It's crazy how many abilities are in this game. So it's gonna be a little bit harder to rank because of all the characters, but I think I did a fairly good job ranking it. And any character, there is actually a lot of variations of different characters in this game too, so I'm going to be ranking those characters based off of personal preference. But anyway, now that I got through this intro, let's get into the first Lego character for Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2. Yeah. Alright, so you know you gotta start the list somewhere, and for this game it's Aunt May. Aunt May's the worst character in this game. She literally has 0 abilities. And she's actually, interesting enough, she's the only character with 0 abilities in the game. You know, it makes her useless. She kinda has an ability, I would say, but I wouldn't really count it. The one, because she has 2 sort of abilities, but one, like, it's not listed, but I think it counts, but whatever. So the one thing she can do is she can actually pull out a record player and dance around. It doesn't do anything, and she just dances around, but her half ability we'll get into later, but you know, she's an old lady, you know what. Hammerhead. This character's only ability is target. I would say so. Target is basically the most useless ability in the game. I would say Aunt May has sort of target too. And why do I say the target? Now, the target actually has uses to shoot things, right? There is actually puzzles that you have to do to shoot certain things with target. Except, you know, the thing about it is, almost every single character in this game has target. Anyway, can target their weapons. So it's kind of like, why would I give him a special ability? Now, granted, Hammerhead actually has a machine gun, which is actually kind of useful to mow down enemies, but I don't really value combat prowess that much, and that's all he's got. He's got like a charge, and he's got like a machine gun. The machine gun's good for like mowing down a lot of people, but there is so many better weapons for killing people, so it's like, why even? There's really no reason to pick him, but he's got cool animations. He's a pretty cool character. Hammerhead's a cool character. But the fact that his only ability is target, I'm sorry, but target should not be an ability list in this game, because every single character has it. So this next character is a joke Marvel character. I actually kind of like him a lot. This is Forbush Man, of course. He's a very, very, very funny character. He's actually he's actually a main focus in one of the side missions too, which is pretty cool. Him and another character, which we'll get to later. But he's a lot of fun. He has very entertaining animations. It's like one of his animations being his charge up attack. He like lifts up his pot and like reveals his face. It's like, whoa, but he's sick. It just sucks that he's so goddamn useless. He has one ability, and it's Beam Deflect. Basically, Beam Deflect is the ability where you can redirect beams of energy or whatever, like laser beams. You know, there's a lot of like puzzles with this shit on it. There's a lot of puzzles where this can come and use it. Just the thing is tends to be there's another character who has like a lot of variations, who also happens to be a main character who kind of does more than he does, so it's like only having Beam doesn't really do anything. But he's very funny. I think he's super entertaining. It just sucks that he's this low on the list. Now, this is Karnak. He's an Inhumans character. That's all I know about him. Apparently he's like part of the royal family or something. I'm not very knowledgeable about Inhumans, so like anytime an Inhuman character comes up, it's gonna be a little bit, my lore will probably not be known in them, so apologies for that. But he has the acrobat ability. It's I mean, acrobat, there is actually a ton of characters with it, but you know, that's it. He's got acrobat. It allows him to double jump and move around faster and blah blah blah. Acrobat's good, but his other ability is lunge, and lunge is worst target. That's it. You target an area and the character lunges for it. So it's basically target except without as much range as target gives you. And it sucks. And Karnak honestly kind of sucks in this game. I feel like they could probably do a lot more to Karnak, since from what I gather, he is kind of like, he's a cool character from what I gather. Like, I looked into it a little bit, but I don't know much other than he's like a part of the Inhumans family. He's like, I guess, the servant guy or something. I don't really know, but he's kind of lame in this game, so you know, I already don't have a good opinion on him. Alright, so when I was making the rankings, I didn't even realize this character was on the roster. Like, I mean, like, who the hell would take the time to play this character? A character is King's Minion. King's Minion has the acrobat ability. That ability, of course, shown up plenty of times, and then Karnak had it, but it allows you to like wall jump too. I didn't mention this before, but you can wall jump, you can twirl on poles. There is actually a lot of uses for it, but it's one of the most oversaturated abilities in the game because there is a huge amount of characters who have acrobat, so it kind of loses its value. But King's Minion also has target. He's got acrobat and he's got target. That's about it. He's a cool character. He's got a gun. But it's just like, I didn't even realize this character was in the game, and it's just like, why would you ever play as this character? You know, it's just, it's a filler character, that's about it. Now, Electra Noir. I actually really enjoy Electra as a character. Well, I don't really enjoy her, but I kind of, she's a pretty cool character, right? And it's kind of pains me to put a character that I like and know a lot this low, but she's literally this low. It feels like you should give Electra basically mostly a lot of similarities to Daredevil, like at least character kit wise, but she just doesn't. She is literally King's Minion with a different coat of paint, and that's it. Yeah, King's Minion with a different coat of paint with acrobat and target, and that's it. She, I wish she was higher, but you know, she deserves to be this low. This is the first DLC character on the list, and he is literally King's Minion again with he has acrobat and he has target. And you know, I would, target is just, you're gonna see target a lot in these lower end characters because a lot of like the civilian-y type of characters or anything like that, they kind of just like, or side characters, they're kind of just like, let's give them a gun and let's let them jump high or something like that. Or let them give them a gun and they can like hit technology or something like that. So they're kind of lame, but yeah, this is Talek. He's from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 DLC pack. You know, the DLC pack, it will be it's gonna be a discussion I'll probably continue on with later DLC characters, but at least for the Guardians of the Galaxy run, I would say maybe the characters are not really worth it, aside from a couple, but the level would definitely be worth it. Bullseye Old West is another character of just like Electronor, where they don't have the original versions of the character in, but they have like the variations. I would much rather see like a normal Bullseye instead of King's Minion. You could literally code him the same way. You could have the same abilities, just make it Bullseye. Or I would rather see another Electro, just not Noir. You know, like just it's better, right? But yeah, he's It does suck though that Bullseye Old West has probably the single coolest shooting animation in the game. Just straight up, he throws cards. You know, I know that's like kind of like, oh yeah, that's a little lame, but he throws cards. He's got Acrobat. He's just like King's Minion. He's got Acrobat and he's got Target. That's it. But he's ranked higher than the other King's Minions, which there's 3 below him, is because he throws cards. And I really kind of like his animations for throwing cards. He's got like a unique card throwing animation for a character that doesn't do much and is not really memorable at all. It kind of just shows how much effort TT puts into their games. Hey, we're going. It's another DLC character, and this is another character from the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 DLC. They basically wanted to add a bunch of... So when making the DLC for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at least, it was very obvious that they didn't know what to do. One of the things is there's a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy characters in the base game. Like, there was a ton. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, or my bad, in the base game. Like, because... So when they made a DLC pack for it, they made a really, really awesome level. Like, the level takes place in basically like in the beginning fight with the monster with dancing around. You can dance around as Groot. It's a really, really awesome level, but the characters are all side characters. Kraglin has the target ability, and just like all the other ones before him, but he also has a vine cut ability. This is a brand new ability. It's awesome. Vine cut is it's a very common ability. Actually, no, it's not common, my bad. Vine Cut is... every character with a sword has Vine Cut, but you don't use it a lot. So, Vine Cut is... It basically allows you to cut these vines that you find in the game. They're these green vines, and you can cut them. The thing is every character with a sword has it, but it doesn't appear a lot in the story or free play. Because really, there's only, like, 2 story characters who can cut vines, and those characters are very limited in the game, like whole thing. There's like 3 actually, so they're very limited, so this doesn't show up a lot, but you know, it's still an ability, and I think it's better than Acrobat to have, so that's why he's ranked higher. This is the 3rd DLC character on the list with a gun. Yeah. You know, it's another character with a gun and just a small ability. So you guys remember, this is from the Black Panther DLC. So you guys remember like the Shield agent guy from Black Panther who was played by the Hobbit? Well, I mean, I bet you wanted to play as that guy, right? Well, here you go. Here's... Basically, this is the closest you'll get to Lego Hobbit if you don't own the game. So here you go. You could play as Lego Hobbit, sort of, with a gun, and he's tall. But, you know, that's still cool. He has a target ability with the gun, but he also has a technology ability. This is the first time we're seeing technology, and technology appears in so many previous games. But basically, it allows the Lego characters to interact with computers. This ability is pretty common among characters, but it is used so much story-wise, free play-wise, open world-wise, that I tend to value it higher than like Vine Cut, even though Vine Cut it's common, but it's less common, but just that I tend to weigh it more as in how common it is and how rare it is, you know, blah blah blah. But he's got technology and he's got a gun, and he's played by the Hobbit. So, you know, that's pretty cool. So, that's going to do it for part 1. this is kind of just me being unscripted, being like, thanks for checking it out. I'm gonna try and release part 2 in due time. So I have the script mostly typed up for part 2, and I just need to like record things. It's just the thing is I want to type the script for every character because my rankings have changed in me typing the script, so I kind of want to make sure. But the reason why I recorded this already is because I already have these 10 locked down essentially, and I can release these ones. I know that none of these characters are worse than these 10 basically. But I will try and release them relatively soon. I just need to type everything, and I want to get to a point where I know for a fact that the characters above that are not worse before I continue moving on. So part 2 has changed a lot. The characters who are in part 2. Part 1, the characters have mostly remained the same, other than like Forbush Man, who I thought like was a lot better than what he was, but that's just because I thought the character was really cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. You can subscribe to me if you want. I can't really control you. And I will be releasing part 2 in due time, so thank you.